handle is my Twitter handle. And it's public, so you can just follow me.
Okay. Well, Instagram's like that's the next newest big thing where kind of people use to put information out there just in photo or short video clips and things like that. And it's huge in the wrestling world.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen it more now than even Twitter. So.
Yeah, I was like I'm one of those people that I don't like anything new. So I was like putting it, but then I was finally getting yelled at that you have to have an Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Now I find myself like uploading every picture I take at events, every picture we take at conventions and shows, and I'm like, oh no, I'm one of them.
Yeah, it's definitely, and I wouldn't even say it's just a wrestling thing, it's just the world now, how it is. Technology totally has taken over, so any way to connect with not just myself, but anyone, any celebrity, any random YouTuber, whatever it is, it's really become such an outlet. So I think it's good that it's been brought into wrestling because it's just one more way to connect.
I agree. And it's just so many social media outlets out there. I mean, we had MySpace for years. MySpace was the dominant force in social media.
Yeah.
Then when Facebook decided to open up their network to college students.
College kids, yep.
And stuff like that took off. And then you have your Instagram, you have your Skype, you have your Twitter, and it's just, and I'm sure there's tons of other ones too out there. Who's writing a blog, who's doing this, that. I mean, there's just so much ways to get information out there these days. Which is really,
it's
crazy.
Is good for
you guys.
It really is.
It's good for you guys. It really is. It's good for the independent wrestlers who are looking to get booked because you don't have to send
people,
a tape.
That never see you can type in your name on YouTube now and watch what you do, and if they want to book you from that, you know what I mean. There's just you never know who's looking you up, which is kind of weird, but kind of a good thing too. So you just. Oh, it's a plus, but at the same time, it's kind of like a negative because you have to be on your game at all times. There can't be a lazy day or, I'm going to go 90%, not 100, because that could be the one video that someone watches and then they're like, oh, well, they're not giving it everything they got. They just ran it in tonight, so they'll do the same for my show.
Yeah,
so I think there's always pluses and negatives to it, but as long as, you're giving your all, I think social media can boost anyone's career.
Is my motto is it ain't worth doing if you ain't doing it right. And
exactly. No, I agree.
it works, like you're saying, it works positive and negative. If you're putting on a good match, you're putting on a good show. That's a positive thing. If you're being lazy, it reflects on your work ethic. That's your negative. But there's also the positive where you gain fan base, and then there's the negative where you gain creeps. So
yeah,
so it's
that's what I'm saying. It could get weird.
Yeah, but it sure beats the days of sending VHS tapes and DVDs in the mail to promoters' houses and praying that they didn't just throw it in the garbage or on the counter, that they actually watched it. So.
Oh yeah, I can tell you how many. I can't tell you how many times Damien has said how lucky we are to have social media at our disposal, because he would have to send VHS tapes in like the big manila envelope to WWE headquarters to hope to get a look. And then, you don't know how long they're sitting there, where you are in that pile. And now there's just a recruit page, So it's definitely made, I think, my generation of wrestlers that are just being able to be trained and come up and try to work for those spots now, it gives us an advantage because everything's right there. It takes 2 seconds to type Deonna Purrazzo wrestler into YouTube and see what I've been doing and how I've looked and how I've improved from my first match to 2 years later. So,
no, absolutely.
It's definitely, if you're not on it, I think it's that's so stupid because you can use it to your advantage so much, and that's the one thing Damien stresses to us all the time, to always be ready because you never know who's going to watch.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And, I mean, it kind of goes with what we do here. We're live. So we have to be careful what we say because it's out there. Once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're doing a show, we're going back and we're editing it and then putting it up for people to listen to. You know, I screw up for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
If I say the wrong thing, everybody, there's no going back and fixing it. Whoops. And trust me, there's been a lot of whoopses.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I mean, look, it's called growing pains. I mean, we're approaching our 100th show. We're in our third season, so I tell everybody, as you know, because everybody's like, oh, I like your format, blah 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 blah. I was like, you know what? I was like, go listen to our first 15 shows if you want to laugh. We were so
it takes time.
Oh man, we were so disorganized and we were like talking over each other, and meanwhile we're sitting right next to each other, we're talking over each other, and it just it was an absolute mess. So with anything, practice.
Even if the steady progression too, if you were to type my name on YouTube and watch a match from a year ago, and then you can watch a match that I had on Friday, it's going to be a slow progression of where each time you get better. And mistakes are okay. And that's another thing that we stressed at D2W. Mistakes are okay, but as long as you learn from that mistake and you better yourself and learn that lesson, then don't do it again. So, I think that applies to anything in life, whether it's your podcast getting a little bit better or, homework or a lesson you're teaching your kid or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Practice makes perfect. Learn from your mistakes. Learn not to repeat them. Sometimes you got to learn how to fix them on the fly, which in wrestling is a very big thing. You make a mistake in the ring, you got to fix it on the fly. There's no down do-over. There's no rewind button when you're live in the middle of the ring. One thing I have to say was an advantage to you being vertically challenged is you suplexed Debbie Kane and her feet did not kick the ceiling.
Oh, she suplexed me. Yeah, that was good because everyone hits the ceiling in in the building, and it rips those tiles right down, and then the mat gets all dirty, and the Legion gets pissed because we're breaking the ceiling. So it's good. I mean, I tend to bend my legs a little bit just in case, but it's good for us because we can do high flying stuff and flip and whatever, and I'm never going to touch the ceiling, so I'm in the clear.
It's good. I mean, it's like the ring and the ceiling was like perfectly custom made for the ladies.
Yeah.
Unless you're 6'2". If you're 6'2", if you're a 6'2" woman, not so much. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to our show here? Future shows that you're going to be on. I'm kind of give you the platform. You can say and do whatever you want right now.
As far as future shows, I mean, you covered Valkyrie on the 23rd, and then the 24th, I'll be in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, with Exports Pro. And then February, it's such a busy month. We have D2W at the Warren American Legion again on the 6th, and then the 7th, I'm up in Hartford, Connecticut, with LWA. And then the week after that, I'm in Chesapeake, Ohio, which I'm really excited about to travel that weekend. And then what else? Right after that, the 21st, D2W has a show in Secaucus. So February is going to be really busy, but again, I'll have all the updates on my Twitter and my Facebook. So it's a lot to remember me just talking, but I constantly tweet out things for anyone that wants to come see me and meet me, whatever. So I would just encourage everyone listening to follow me on Twitter.
That was @_Deonna Purrazzo. That's 2 R's, 2 Z's.
Yeah.
For those counting at home. Deonna, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and thanks for being a very hospitable guest yesterday, Friday, and today. And we'll see you on the 23rd. You got new fans. I don't know if I'm allowed to hold up "Go Deonna" signs, but I will be saying it under my breath.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was really nice to meet you guys on Friday, and I know I'll see you in the future, so I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling us.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, take care. That was Deonna Purrazzo, ladies and gentlemen. Follow her on Twitter at _Deonna Purrazzo. That is DeonnaPurrazzo. You can also find her on Facebook and Instagram. Very, very talented, up-and-coming wrestler. She is going to be a name. If she sticks with it, she's going to be a name. I don't know if she's going to keep her own name, but she's going to be a name in wrestling. She's very committed to what she does, and she's adorable. We established that she's adorable. But at this time, we're a little late, but we're going to take a commercial break, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
You're listening to Damage 365 Radio, and this is ECW Original, the Angry Amish Warrior Roadkill.
2KW Pro returns to take its next step Saturday night, January 17th in the Bronx, New York. Darrow's Extreme Fitness at 1123 Close Avenue will be the place for an amazing 8-match card featuring the rematch 5 months in the making as the real effing deal Mike Drastic goes against the man who betrayed him, the absolute Chris Cage. Two monsters will meet as the walking Riot Rays looks to defeat the cold-hearted player Danny DeMonto. Two standouts will have a single showdown as Alex Mason makes his 2KW Pro debut against the cornerstone of Matthew Ryan Shapiro's firm, The Rogue, Anthony Gango. In the Broken Star Apparel Showcase, the High Spot Heroes go up against the Liberty City Dynasty. All of this plus G.A. West taking on Stan Styles, David Potter versus Joe Bullrog in a boxer versus fighter showdown, the debut of John Davis, the return of Sir William Black, and an audience-demanded rematch between Nolan Avila and the All-Star Anthony Silva. Tickets are now available on our website, 2kwpro.com, as well as on our Patreon page, patreon.com/2kwpro. That is patreon.com/2kwpro. 2KW Pro takes its next step Saturday night, January 17th at Darrow's Extreme Fitness, 1123 Close Avenue in the Bronx, New York. Bell time 8 p.m., doors open at 7 p.m. Event sponsored by the Nerdport Network. 2KW Pro. Take the next step.
We'd like to thank 2KW Pro for sending us these audio promos. Sounds like an awesome event. I would definitely not miss it. We'll be promoting their show all the way up until the day of their show, so you'll hear some more promos in the next couple of weeks. But at this time, we're getting to the point where we're going to wind down our show. Episode number 1 of season number 3 coming to a close. So quick. But this is where Damage 365 is going to be in January. January 10th. Courtesy of Rich DeGreg Promotions as he presents live from Euro's Pizza in Staten Island, New York. Current TNA superstar Mr. Anderson will be in the house from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. signing autographs, taking photos. Autographs are $15, photo ops $15, or get the combo at a reduced price of $25. That's again January 10th at Euro's Pizza in Staten Island, New York. Current TNA star Mr. Anderson will be there from 4 to 6 signing autographs and taking photos courtesy of Rich DeGreg Promotions. January 23rd, Damage 365 Radio will be live in attendance at Valkyrie's Women's Professional Wrestling in New Jersey. January 24th, Damage 365 Radio will be at Warriors of Wrestling in Staten Island, New York, featuring former WWE superstar Eugene via and courtesy of ESS Promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please in this new year help control the nitwit population and have your friends spayed or neutered. On behalf of my staff, I am Coach Kev. Thank you for listening to episode number 1 and have a great weekend.